testing my bot. Anyhow. Again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, bots and bots. I don't know. Is there another thing? Bots and malware? No, they're not the same thing. 3.4 million karma? Yes, Godzilla Kid. Because we are going to make 3 legendaries. These are all 3 underwater legendaries. We started this journey April 26th. April 26th. Buy some skins with that. I just finished buying Eternity, which is on my warrior here. We took a 4-month journey with that. So this year alone, we're going to be making 4 legendaries. And I think that's going to be it for the rest of this year for goals with legendaries. If any other things legendary happen, it's probably going to be some type of accessory, back piece, armor, anything like that. So with this journey, I will tell you, the making 3 of them was a challenge, but the hardest parts are the same thing as making any. That is all the tier 6 mats you have to collect, which is a stack of each, and then the clovers, all 77 clovers. Other than that, everything else was accessible either through farming or just buying off the trading post, which I ended up doing that with the tier 6 mats. I've already talked about 6 different ways to get those tier 6 mats, especially that volatile magic. So, without further ado, let's just make these legendaries and be done with it. I will not be giving this away, sadly, because I wanted them. I bought the precursors almost 11 months ago. I always planned to make these, and they look amazing. And you're going to see all these skins pop up. That's because we get the experimental, we get the precursor, and of course, we get the legendary once we equip it. So anytime you throw in a precursor, if you don't have those from the collection, you will get those as well. Here's the next one. Boom. Just 2. And finally, Frenzy. Boom. 3 legendary weapons. 1, 2, 3, in about 3 months. Well, less than 3 months. I could have done this in about a month and a half if I was healthier and stuff like that. So, I will tell you, when you make a legendary, this can burn you out. Do not burn yourself out on legendaries. It should be a long-term goal, and it should be something you chip away at. No, I got them any way necessary. So a lot of people farm and farm, and they feel like they have to get it done, and they have this big moment of making it, and then they're like, oh, well, what else am I supposed to do? And it's that burnout that makes you feel that way. I have a lot of stuff to do in this game, so making these 3 legendaries just feels like a step towards my end goal here, and that's getting a lot of other stuff done. I need to catch up on AP and that kind of stuff. So when you make a legendary, it should be a long-term goal, and when you finish, it should be attached to the overall arcing that maybe there's other things you need to get done in the game that you should have already been focusing on, such as world versus world ranks, or maybe other skins that you cannot acquire through crafting. Crafting these were much cheaper. I think I saved somewhere between 800 and 1400 gold or something like that, depending on where the market was at the time. I had already the precursors started working on these, and ArenaNet changed the underwater combat. So some of this stuff did go up in price, while Ecto is sitting very low. Tier 6 mats went up and down and up and down, but still they're probably at the lowest they've been in a while. So I was very lucky. That's it. That's the journey. And that's 4 legendaries in about 7-ish months. So you can make a legendary. You just have to spend the time doing other things, believe it or not. Focus on your home instance and make sure you're farming that if you have that. Do your rich nodes. Gain gold. The more gold you have, the easier it is to start planning out, like, I will buy the 100 lodestones for this, or whatever it is. Doing 3 of them, fun, but, you know, the biggest struggle is those tier 6 mats. I had to spend a few hours just trying to figure out how to get the gold and selling stuff I don't need. And that's another thing. Sell stuff that doesn't deal with the legendary. Get your money in. A lot of people hoard, and they don't have the materials for that, but you do have materials that can sell well to get you the things for your legendary. Gift. The gift of mastery is important, so get your gift of exploration. Get that gift of battle. Get your 77 clovers. Those are the first 3 things I suggest, and then start chipping away at other stuff. Precursor does have a collection for Gen 1. If you're doing Gen 2 legendaries, which I have not done any of those yet, and that would probably be a goal next year when they're all said and done. Just take your time. And Gen 2s flow a bit better, but they do cost more. So be careful with that. But Gen 1s, you can buy the precursors. Underwater precursors pretty cheap. At the time when I bought these, some of them were only 40 gold. So, and that is it. That is 3 legendary weapons.